Hey everyone, so I am going to do a tutorial on this look today. It's really great for people with small eyes. I highly recommend it for people with blue eyes, but obviously you don't have to have those two things in order to do this look, but it's a really nice taupey, peachy kind of look. I really like it. It is rare for me. I normally go for heavy eyeliner, as you guys know, but this is actually one of my go-tos. I have a lot of colors that are like this, and I'll just put, you know, a taupe color all over the lid with a little brown in the crease and mascara, and I'm good to go because it makes my eyes look wider and it's a good break from all the eyeliner that I wear. I'm going to be using the Lash Suzanne palette. I'll have a link to where you can get this listed in the description box. It retails for I think $12.95, but if you use my username, just all lowercase, Sarah Hawkinson, you can get $4 off if you would like to buy it, that's like $9 instead. This color right here is a lot like Satin Taupe from MAC, so if you're on a budget and you don't have that color and you want it, I definitely recommend this palette. It's just so beautiful with all the bronzes, and this one fell out. I was trying to pop it out and I dropped it and it shattered, and so I had to fix it. All you need to fix it, by the way, is just some rubbing alcohol, and you just put a couple drops in it. I'll link a tutorial where I found out about it down below by Kate Barker. It's a really good one. So if you want to see how to get this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I know my brows are looking a little bit heavy right now, but that's okay. I just accidentally applied too much, but I like the heavy brow trend, so I'm gonna rock it, even though you can't ever see it because my bangs cover it. Anyway, today I'm going to be using the Lash Suzanne palette, which is absolutely amazing. Obviously I had a little accident, but I already explained that in the intro. Anyway, luckily I fixed it. If you want to know how I fixed this, I'll link the video tutorial I used to fix it. I just played it while I was fixing it. But firstly, I did apply a primer. I used Too Faced Shadow Insurance. You can use whatever you like, but that one's my favorite, and that's why my eyelids are a little bit red right now, but that'll go away. The first color I'm going to go in with is this one right here. It's a beautiful taupe color. That's why I was so destined to fix it, because it's like Satin Taupe, which is my favorite eyeshadow ever. But I'm going to be using the Lash EB09 brush, which stands for Eyebrush 09, if you didn't know, which is just like, you know, a 217 style brush. They're my favorite kind, so I love trying out new brands because it's my favorite style of brush. Anyway, I'm be mainly using this brush for most of the look. So I'm just going to load up that eyeshadow onto the brush like so, kind of more so on the side like that, and tap off a little bit, and then I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. And up into the crease. I put it in the crease mainly because I have hooded eyelids, so obviously when I like close my eyes you can't really see my lid, so I like to apply it up to the crease because I have a really small lid space, but I would just apply this to the lid, and maybe on the inner crease. These eyeshadows have such a good consistency. They're really smooth and really, really, really easy to blend, especially with this brush. This brush is really good. I'm impressed. It's so soft. But I just love that shimmery taupe look. You could actually leave it like that with some mascara, blend it out more obviously, but I really like that. Next I'm going to go into this brown color right here, which is similar in shade almost. As you can tell, these are more warm browns, these are more cool browns, so I'm going to stick with the cool browns and get this more on the tip of the brush. We're going to apply that to the outer half of the eye. Just kind of in circular motions. This is just to give some shading and depth to the outer portion. You can kind of wing it out a little bit at the corner to give it kind of a pointy look. And then I'm also going to bring it in a little bit in the crease. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is work underneath the eye, and I'm going to be using the same shadows just with an angled brush. So first off I'm going to go in with that taupe color again, and I'm going to apply this to the inner half of the under eye area. I'm also going to bring that into the inner corner because it does have a lot of shimmer in it. So it's going to act as our inner corner highlight. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, same angled brush. I'm making this really easy for you guys, literally. I'm just going to take this cooler brown color again. I might use the other warm color. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. And what I like to do, I have very small eyes in case you couldn't tell, and I always get requests to do tutorials for small eyes, which is what this one's for, obviously. And so I'm not using any eyeliner, which is rare for me, but I do go, or I do have days where I don't use any eyeliner. Another trick that I like to do is take the darker color and kind of contour the underside of my eye to make it look like a shadow underneath there, and that'll make your eye look more open. I'm also going to be using another trick later on, which technically could be thought of as an eyeliner, but anyway. So I just like to contour under the eye. I don't want to say like contour your bags, because obviously if you have really dark circles, it's not going to look right. It doesn't look too pulled together right now, but don't worry, it'll come together. Because I do this all the time. This is definitely one of my go-to looks. Okay, I'm then going to blend out underneath the eye, and my favorite blending brush for that is this one. This is by Studio Basics. It's the eye shading brush, but I use it as a blender. It's so soft, like I can't even tell you. It's my favorite one. My skin's really sensitive, so I like to have as soft as brushes as possible. So just blend it out like you would on the top. Blend those colors together. I actually like that. That looks nice. I'm also going to clean up underneath because I have some fallout going on. Now to clean up the waterline. When you apply shadow, at least for me, sometimes the shadow will get on the waterline and just kind of stay there, and I don't want any shading on the waterline. So I'm going to be using Benefit's Eye Bright to remove all of that product that's on the waterline. Plus it's going to open up the eye. So you can see the difference between the two. This one just looks a lot more brighter. When you add a white or pink or skin tone to the waterline, it makes your eye look so much bigger. So I'm just going to do that on this one. Okay, then I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And the mascara I'm going to use is the Benefit Bad Gal, which is just my favorite one ever. So I'm going to look down into my mirror because my hooded eyes get in the way most times and I get mascara like on my lids. So I can never do mascara properly and not get it on my lids. So if that happens, just ignore it. Okay, I don't really need to use eye makeup remover to clean up underneath the eye. So I'm just going to take a tissue and wipe away underneath, just to catch any fallout. We didn't really use too dark of shadows, so that's not going to be a huge problem when we apply concealer. Obviously, if you're using black, I would recommend cleaning it up with some makeup remover. Concealer is my Milani HD. I use this in pretty much every tutorial. No surprise. Just in the darkest parts of the eye and a little bit on the outer corner and inner, because that's really going to brighten up the eye. And my favorite brush to blend that out is this one, the Duo Fiber from Coastal Scents. I'll have a link to it down below. Okay, for foundation, I'm obviously having a little bit of a breakout issue. Let's see, I haven't really thought this through. I think I'm going to use my Chanel Matte Lumier foundation just so you guys can see how it goes on because it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to be talking about it in my foundation review video, I guess you would say. Doesn't have fullest coverage, but I feel like I can conceal those at a later time. So I just apply this with fingers. The reason why I like this foundation is because it looks the most like skin So on days that I want to look really natural, I really like this one because it offers buildable coverage and it evens out my skin perfectly, but it looks really, really natural, like my natural skin. So I love that. And I just go back to areas that need extra coverage. Normally on the sides of my face. I'm kind of opposite of normal people. I don't really like to put a lot of foundation down the center of my face because I feel like that's where people look when they're speaking to you, and I need the extra coverage on the sides anyway. Not so much in the center, but I'm just going to conceal some of my friends here with the Studio Finish Concealer. This is an NW20. A little bit there. I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural. I'm actually just going to use a little brush to conceal the spots that I used concealer, because that foundation doesn't need to be set because it's matte. So I'm just going to go over areas with it. You can use this under the eyes because it does look really natural. So don't be afraid that you have to use like a silica powder. I find it looks really natural anyway. I'm going to use this one. This is Sunbasque, which is a sheer tone shimmer blush. I hardly use this one, but it's really pretty and it goes with the eyes. It has shimmer in it, so if you don't want to do shimmer, you can use a matte blush. Just use your favorite one. It's kind of like a really summery look, isn't it? I don't mind. I'm in a springtime feeling. Not summer though. I don't like summer at all. I hardly wear lip products, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to use my Revlon lip butter in Creamsicle, which is my favorite. And that is the finished product. Please check out the Sedona Lace website and check out this palette in particular. It's my favorite one out of the ones that they offer. It is so beautiful, has my favorite colors. Like, this is literally me in a palette. It just screams me. I love taupes and bronzy shades. I really, really recommend this for blue eyes. Obviously you don't need blue eyes to buy this palette, but this on blue eyes is absolutely amazing because it has the warm browns. So definitely check out this palette. They have other palettes as well. Some really colorful ones that are beautiful, and they're just really cool. Love the quality of these. So definitely check out that. And what's great about these is you can pop them out and customize your own palette. So if you buy more than one, you can make your own palette with your favorite shadows. I may do that because I have another palette from them that has a highlight color. So I may replace one of these browns over here with a highlight. But anyway, that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.